Hey, welcome back to No Hype Beer Reviews. Unless it's your first time, then welcome and please consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell below. Very excited for today's beer. It's actually a beer I didn't think I was going to have a chance to try. I love Parabola. Had it the last, 7 years maybe. And I've had a couple of variants of it, but here's a brand new variant. It's the Napa Parabola. So basically, same base stout. Instead of aging it in bourbon barrels, they aged it in different red wine barrels from, shocker, the Napa region of California. It's 11.3% ABV, which, I don't know, I think that's kind of interesting because this year's regular Parabola was 13%, so quite a big difference. I'm assuming it sounds like the base is the exact same, must be those are relatively wet bourbon barrels versus maybe the dryness of these barrels. Looks like they made 3,000 cases of this. We'll get that later. I don't know. I haven't talked to anyone who's had this. I haven't seen any reviews of this, so I'm really going in completely blind, other than I know it's Parabola and red wine barrels instead of bourbon barrels. Was able to pick this up for $10.99. And they're just going to keep sticking on the side of that glass. Well, I tried. Super dark brown. Black in the center. Little, and I say this a lot, like a little bit of red at the bottom, but like really a little bit. Somewhere between khaki and mocha head. A tannish brown, if you will. Very small bubbles. It looks like a decent sized stout. I'm not super surprised. That glass is driving me crazy. There we go. So that's what it looks like. Let's see about the aroma. A lot of chocolate from the stout, not surprising. I get some vanilla. For me, I get more cherry than red wine. Like if I was doing this blind, I'd probably think it had cherries in it. Now I'm getting some oak. With the cherries, like that fruitiness, maybe even berry, with the oak. Then I can kind of see like how it's red wine specifically. But it wouldn't, if I was doing this blind, it wouldn't be like, obviously this is a stout aged in red wine barrels. That being said, I don't drink a lot of red wine, and I don't have a lot of beers that have been aged in red wine barrels, so it's not like I'm super up on that smell anyway. But let's see about the taste. Cheers. I'll tell you what, I like regular Parabola better, but this is good. This is good, and it's not. It's different, obviously. Doesn't have that bourbon, but how well that oak, even without the bourbon, plays with a base, and that added layer of red wine, that cherry note, some berry in there as well, and yeah, just that the oak tannins and how it's like drying out the finish so much, which is very pleasant. A lot of tannins. And it provides an earth element. A lot of wood. Yeah, you get a lot of that. Yeah, very, like I said, very dry aftertaste. Like that finish is super dry. But the regular taste, the base stout comes through. Roasty, chocolate, mostly dark chocolate, a little bit of milk chocolate mixed in there. The roast is not to a coffee level. It's very much a stout roast quality. Crackery finish. Actually, like right now as I'm talking, it kind of tastes like I had eaten a relatively plain. Oh, no. Like not cracker. It's like rye. It's like rye bread or something. Like if you toasted some rye bread, no butter, nothing like that on there. but it's a little bit of a rye characteristic, without being spicy like I usually think of rye in beers. But anyway, the regular taste, excuse me, that berry, a little bit of cherry comes through, like I was saying. You get red wine, but it's not as dominating as the bourbon is for regular Parabola. Yep, nice vanilla. Super quick kiss of caramel. Goes away almost immediately, though. Yeah, the vanilla's nice throughout. It's good. I'm glad I tried it. I'm glad I only got one bottle. A little bit of alcohol taste in the finish as well. Probably part of the reason I think it's so dry in the finish. You get the tannins drying it out. You get some alcohol drying it out. But yeah, a good beer. Not great, not very good. Definitely not bad or poor or anything like that. It is definitely a good beer, and I'm glad I tried it. If you like Parabola like I do, want something different, this is definitely for you. But it doesn't. I just like how that bourbon plays so much better with that base than these red wine barrels. But it's good. It's different. I'm glad I got to try it. Have you had it? Super curious, because like I said, I have not heard from anyone what they think about this beer. So I'm super curious. So if you've had it, let me know in the comment section below what you think. Check me out on Instagram on Tapped. No Hype Beer Reviews at both those places. So always please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, imbibe. Cheers, everyone.